Hey, what's up? This is Try 2 on my comedy. Again, this is your boy Teasy. You can't see me. It's dark out. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was telling jokes. I've already said most of the stuff, and I don't want to say it again. Somebody called me, and my video went off, so now here I am again. So, I was telling you about anger. I deal with anger on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very angry person. I've had a very angry ass life. You know what I'm saying? So I get angry. Um, at nothing really. I, man, let the sheet be wrinkled on the bed one time. Ooh, let me come in one time and there be a sock on my motherfucking floor. You gonna wish that was the last sock that your ass had ever thrown on the floor. No, I'm just kidding. It don't even be that serious. But no, I mean, just what I'm saying. Like, I just be mad. You know what I'm saying? And I do dumb things when I get mad. Not as much as I used to. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a hothead kid, and I didn't really understand my anger. My anger as a kid was really like, it went from I'm about to get mad to oh shit, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of y'all can attest to that because you look back and dudes on the floor bleeding and your girlfriend's looking at you with them eyes like your face just turned, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just did some exorcist stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know how people look at their family members when they start doing some crazy stuff? They give them that kind of look like, what? Why are your eyes turning around in your socket? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just, that's that metal of anger, you know what I'm saying? You never really know. You just think, oh, I'm about to get mad. And then next thing you know, stuff just happens. And then when your adrenaline calms down, you start looking around at all the destruction and stuff. And you realize, like, I might have just fucked up. A lot of times that leads to, you realize that when you're sitting in the back of a cop car, like, oh, I think I just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, anger is a very real thing. It's a very real emotion. You know what I'm saying? They tell you like your emotions aren't real, but anger, it's a real thing, man. It could, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because anger, you'll be so angry that you'll think you're doing some stuff that you don't even really be doing. Like, have you ever just been walking back and forth, angry as shit? You want to leave and you walk towards the door, but then you want to say something, so you walk back. You do this like 15, 20 times. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. I was just upstairs doing that. I wanted to leave because I was mad. I'm like, I'm going outside, yeah. And then I'm like, but let me say this though. Don't think that because I'm walking outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't. Anger is just weird. Like, it just makes you do stupid things. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting there, you be mad. Like, damn, pow! I'm gonna punch this wall. Now your hand bleeding. You're like, ooh, you trying to look hard still because your homeboy's looking at you. You're like, yeah, that's what happens when motherfuckers mess with me, man. But inside you like, man, my hand hurts, man. I just want to put my hand in some, oh, man. That's how it be. You know what I'm saying? Like, anger will make you do stupid stuff, and then you won't even realize it. You just think you was getting angry, and then you'll do some stupid stuff, and then next thing you know, your girl in the bathroom crying, like, oh, I can't believe you hit me. And you like, what? I did what? It's real like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good for everybody. Some of y'all just be beating up girls for no reason. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just the funny things about anger. Like how I get angry and I'd be so hyped. Like, oh yeah. Oh, I can't. Oh, I wish. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be so mad. And then you get to calming down and you realize, like, you ain't even mad about shit. You mad because she bought you some eggs with no salt. I'm weak. Like, that's how it be. Like, you be like, man, ooh, you ready for everything. She say one word, and she might say it. You go off the handle. I'm sick of your shit. This is it. Give me my clothes. I'm packing up. I'm out of here. I'm done. No, I'm done. Shut up. I'm done. Pack your shit. Yeah. I'm out of here. you know what? This never was gonna work. I should have known. I'm leaving you alone. And that's it. Goodbye. Walk down the stairs, and then you realize, damn, I don't even got nowhere to go. Now you sitting in the car like, I wonder if she gonna come out here. I wonder if she gonna text me. She gonna call. She ain't gonna let me leave. Anger. It's just a crazy emotion, man. It makes you do stupid things. I mean, that's just like a man point of view. Women, y'all too. You get to talking crazy amounts of shit, forget you 5'4" and he's 6'3", and then you, bitch ass nigga. Oh, I knew you was talking to that bitch. That's why your dick small, your small dick 1 minute per bitch. Yeah, nigga. And what? You ain't gonna do shit, bitch. You just like, it be like, did you forget? Like he walk up to you and you talking to his belly button like, you's a bitch. Your belly button's a bitch. This rib right here is a bitch. Like, you just be going crazy. And then you be wondering why shit be happening. Like, and then you be like, well, man, babe, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I love you, babe. I don't know why we do this. Like, women, y'all get angry too. Y'all gotta understand, man. Like, anger is a real emotion for every single person on the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people deal with their angers internally. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to do now. I'm a little older now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe I am sitting in the car because I told my girl I was done and I'm leaving, and now I'm in the car feeling dumb as shit. But before, I might have did even something more stupid and flew off the handle and, you know what I'm saying, broke some shit, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not that person anymore. You know what I mean? Life is about growth. You gotta grow sometime. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm still in the same situations. I get mad, but now I'm not in the back of a cop car. I'd rather be sitting in this car feeling dumb, knowing that I can just suck my pride up and go in the house and tell her I love her, and we'd be good. Back then, I'm in the county like, man, this is some bullshit, man. I ain't even doing nothing, man. All I want to do is eat some eggs, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got to think about your choices, man. You got to think about your consequences, your actions. Everything leads to something else. You never know what it could be. You know what I'm saying? You can only see what you going to do next. You don't know what's going to happen after what you do. I'm saying, like, it's just crazy. But that's what it do. Relationships are a crazy thing. Like, my girl and me, we're cool, man. Like, we're like more compatible than anybody I've probably ever met. And it's just weird that we get into these arguments and like, I just be like, who in the fuck are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who are you? You wasn't this person 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure she feels the same way about me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, my anger is quick, and it won't even be because of her. It'll just be something like, you know what I'm saying? She be on her phone, and then I got off a flashback like 17 years ago. Why you on your phone? I ain't on my phone. Yes, you are. I'm looking at you on your phone. No, I'm not. Let me see your phone. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, present. And I'm looking at your phone like, who you with? Now I'm mad as shit, but I'm not older, so I'm not trying to make a big deal. But now I'm just mad, sitting there, my horse bitch talking to other niggas. Ooh, man, ooh. Let her look at her phone. Like, yeah, I swear. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all mad as shit. But then I realized that I'm not going to do nothing about it. I'm too damn old for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So I suck it up. Here's the problem with sucking up anger. Like, it don't go nowhere. It don't go nowhere. The reason I'm flashed back into 17 years ago is because I didn't deal with the shit 17 years ago. Yeah, we got into it about it. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't deal with it. So now 17 years later, all I did was stuff the shit down, and now it's coming out on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, people got to deal with their anger. Me included. I'm not no better than anybody else. I don't try to be. I don't portray myself as. I am a flawed individual. You know what I'm saying? And I realize that. I realize my flaws. But see, the problem with the people in the world is everybody's too busy looking at everybody else's flaws. They're so worried about looking inside of themselves and seeing their own flaws and their own real mess ups and their own real disgusting things they don't want nobody else to know, that they just try to look at everybody else's and pick at everybody else's, man. That's not the way things need to go, man. That's no comedy about that. You know what I'm saying? This has been more like a real thing than comedy, but it's been a little bit of sprinkle, a little mixy there. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Relationships, they're weird. You know, you spending your whole time trying to build a relationship with people that you really don't know, that are doing exactly what I just said, hiding the parts of themselves, so they're really not who they really portray themselves to be. And it's just weird. You find out a lot about yourself. You find out a lot about other people. You know what I'm saying? When you cross a line and they cross it with you. And now you like, oh shit, bitch, we done both crossed this line. I didn't even want to. Oh, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes growth as a person, as an individual, you know what I'm saying, and as a couple to realize that sometimes you're gonna cross lines and y'all need to be grown enough to bring them lines back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've said some of the most disrespectful shit when I was angry. You know what I'm saying? Especially if somebody says disrespectful shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever had that girl that was just, she was real sensitive, so you wouldn't try to say something mean, but you would try to say something mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be like, anything would set her off, so you'd be like, man, I ain't had a good meal in like 2 days. Knowing she cooked the last 2 days, you ain't cooked in 2 days, it was her cooking. So then she just go off and sling, you like, man, what you weird? Shut up, you ain't had a good meal in 2 days. And now you like, well, you know what I'm saying? You try to go off on her about the shit too, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, because she kind of backed you into a corner. Relationships are stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get into them kind of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people give up. People think like, well, if I find somebody else, that's not going to be like that. Well, no relationship is perfect. Like, if anybody literally has a relationship where they never argue, y'all probably don't talk too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my girl are like literally the same people. Like, it's so weird. Sometimes I say shit or I'm about to say it and she says it first. It's the weirdest thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it don't got nothing to do with compatibility. You're just going to argue on some things. Sometimes you got to let everybody know. You got to let them know, all of you. You know what I'm saying? They need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, you got to stop hiding that part of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't Mr. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, you drink a potion. Let me drink this potion. Turn into, well, hello there, ma'am. You're looking the bee's knees tonight. How, let me take you out tonight on the town. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you get her home, you know what I'm saying? You get back to your house and then the potion wear off, and now you like, man, I wanted to fuck this shit out of that bitch. Shit, bitch was about to gargle this dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man? You gotta be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if that's the kind of person you are, then either you gotta change who you are because you sound like a screwed up individual, or you gotta find somebody that's okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody is going to be. Like, I'm gonna let you know that if that's you, more power to you finding a girl that's gonna be okay with that. But they're out there, I'm sure. I'm sure there's girls who are exactly the same way. You know what I'm saying? And they're having a hard time finding a dude that wants to deal with that, because I swear to goodness, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I ain't trying to act like I know so much, because my relationships is obviously just as screwed up as anybody else's. But it's just weird to me that when I know so much about these things, that I just do not apply them to my own life. Like, ain't that weird? Is it weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, or is it just blame or stupid? Like, that's my thing. Like, if a motherfucker knows, oh man, like, you ever had that cat always at the basketball court, always at the basketball gym, and he always try to tell you how to better your game and stuff, but he out there being trash? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Those who can't do, teach. Like, not if they can't do, you can't teach what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. That's just weird to me. But, I mean, I guess that would be me, you know, in a sense. I'm just another person, and I screw up. and I try to act like I know all this wisdom and stuff, but I don't apply any of it, man. That's just who I am as a person. You know what I mean? But I don't think that that's okay. I think I need to do better. It's just hard. Life is hard. I don't know about rich people. Rich people, y'all lives are probably hard, but y'all got rich people problems. I would trade y'all right now, like on some one hundo shit. Trade me. You want problems that ain't about some crazy rich stuff? Well, then come have some poor, got nothing stuff problems, because them boys are a doozy. The fuck? I mean, damn. I work my ass off and it's for nothing. Child support should literally be called kill the baby dad. Maybe not kill the baby dad, but it should be called something more like it shouldn't be support, because the person on child support isn't being supported. It's support for the mother, so maybe the mother should call it child support. But for the father, it should be more like child rapage or child. I don't even know. It's not support. That's what I do know. I know it's the furthest thing from support for a father. If you're getting one of those people who pay a decent amount of support and you're okay with your stuff, well then, son, this section is not for you. This is for the section of the folks who almost, I can agree, are most of us, who are getting waxed for childs that, number one, the mothers don't let us see. Number two, money we don't literally have. Like, okay, if I'm working 38 to 40 hours a week, bringing home checks that should say $700, but they say $200. I'm literally making $100 a week. Now let's add that up. That's $400 a month. And I don't know about you, but I'm almost quite certain that a man can't live. No, I'm not going to say a man. Anybody can't live off $400 a month. But yet, my baby moms are doing just peachy. Not only do they have better jobs than me, but they get my little extra bit of my soul, because that's all it is. It's my soul. I may sit my ass in a tent for the whole winter, making these $200 every 2-week checks. Maybe. I'm not going to lie. 200 it's exaggerating. I was down to like 150 for 35 something hours, 150. Child support was literally taking everything that I had. I couldn't afford it to pay anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to make that $150 stretch for 2 weeks. And it's not easy. When you're trying to feed yourself, you're trying to clothe yourself, you're trying to get yourself there and back. You know what I'm saying? You're also trying to keep a place over your head. Like, even in a tent where you would think, well, if you're in a tent, you ain't got to pay rent. It wasn't that simple. You know what I'm saying? Because within a tent, last winter, I would have died just being in a tent with nobody to help me. Like, literally, I had friends. They helped me, and I didn't die. That's the best thing that happened out of the situation. I did not die. And it was all because they helped me. You know what I'm saying? But if I had been in a tent under a bridge, I would have died. I would have went to sleep one night and froze to death and never woke the fuck back up, because literally it was just so cold out here. It's so cold out here now. Like, I'm sitting in a car with something between me and the air, and I'm still kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not as cold as I was in that tent a lot of them nights. But anyway, I got a little bit off topic. You know what I'm saying? Child support is just, life is weird. It's weird, the things that you just got to work your ass off to get. And you know what you really get out of working your ass off to get all these things? You get nothing. All this stuff you work for means nada. And that's something you should think about. This turned into, from a comedy something to like some kind of just real life exploration, you know what I'm saying? But it's real. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's real, you know what I'm saying? But life is not about these things that you're going to work your ass off trying to get. Promotions, women, money itself, jewelry, houses, clothes, cars, none of that shit. It's not about that. And while you working your ass to all your better years, putting yourself in crazy situations to get money. People put themselves into some crazy, crazy situations to get money. And while you're doing that, you're not thinking that if you died right then while you're putting yourself into these crazy situations, your life will have amounted to absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're going to die trying to get something that's not going to make your life mean anything. Yeah, you might have it. Yeah, you might be able to spend it. But when you die, or what are people going to say about you other than you had money and you spent it? You're not going to have done anything for this world positively. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's selling drugs and robbing people and all that stuff. That doesn't do nothing but hurt people. That's not something that anybody's going to, maybe your homeboys, you know what I'm saying? But nobody's really going to be like, man, I miss that dude OG, man. I miss him every day, man, every day, just because he was willing to sell some drugs to people. And if they do, then that's not really a good thing, bro. They was using you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about your legacy, man. Legacy is a word that people just often don't think about. Your legacy is what you leave behind, man. Right now, I'm going to die, and a lot of people are going to say a lot of messed up things about me. I'm not okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my past, probably now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, life is a weird thing. You know, and it takes these times where you're sitting in a car because you got into an argument with your girl about almost probably nothing, for you to think about how much time you spent getting to arguments about nothing, sitting in jail about nothing, making the wrong mistakes, making the wrong choices. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to have these moments where you sit by yourself and you just reflect and think, damn, have I really done anything? If I die today, yeah, your kids, your family are going to miss you. But is anybody really going to have anything to say about the person that you were? Did you build anybody up? Did you help anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the things that people need to think about. That's the things I think about. I try very hard not to be the same person I used to be. Because this person I used to be didn't give a damn about himself, let alone anybody else. I try hard to care about myself, so I keep myself out of situations, and I try hard to care about other people. You know what I'm saying? And people make that hard. People, I'm not gonna lie, people make it hard to care about them. I don't understand what is wrong with half of y'all. Like, more than half, most of y'all. Like, y'all make it hard to care about you. My own people, women, other dudes. Like, it's just, you make it hard. You make it hard to just care about you, like, even if I don't know you, to care about you, to care about how you are, to care about if you're okay, to care about if you need anything. You make it hard for me to care about any of that with the common person. The common person that I see, the number one thing I am is wary. Wary, I think that's the word, W-A-R-Y. Sometimes I don't know how to say words. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some kind of scholar. You know what I'm saying? I think it's weary, I think it is. Weary of people. Yeah, okay, so the first thing I am is weary. I'm weary of almost everybody. Not women, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just weary of people. I'm weary of their actions. I'm weary of how they are, who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because in this world, you never can just take a person at face value. You never can just say, well, he looks like a good dude, I'm going to take him as a good dude. Because you never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that the people who in Cleveland, who's the neighbors with the dude who had the girls in his basement, I'm sure that they said the same shit. Well, he seemed like a good guy. You can't take people at face value. And that's a crazy thing to think about in this world, is that you can't do that. You have to always be on your guard about everybody you meet, because you never really know. And that's not your fault if people are going to be like, well, that's messed up way of thinking. You can't think like that. You can't go into a situation not trusting anybody. You can't go into a situation and think people are just going to do stuff to you. There's a disorder for that. Yeah, the disorder is living on this planet. And the reason for it is living on this fucking planet. With all you people who go around hurting people for absolutely no reason. Raping, killing, kidnapping, shooting, stabbing. You just do the most to people for no reason. Hate is way too strong in the world for me to ever just trust anybody. I trust in myself, I trust in God, and I trust in the people that I'm around because I associate myself with people who are trustworthy, who I can trust. But if you're anybody outside of them people, I don't know you and I don't trust you. And that is a crazy thing to say, but I'm going to say it because, like I said, this is truth. Funny, sad, straight up truth. And it's because of people, you gotta change, man. I try to greet everybody with smiles, you know what I'm saying? But it's weird that I don't feel like I can always do that. I feel like people look at you when you just smile at them for no reason. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? What the fuck's wrong with you, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you like, man, I'm just smiling, nigga. What the fuck's wrong with you? And then now you gotta fight because you smiled at a nigga. You ain't do shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I smiled at you, bruh. Calm your ass down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the world we live in, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are so quick to take another person's life, man, and I don't understand what I don't understand what makes you think that is your right. Somebody could have killed your mother so that she never had you. Somebody could have killed you when you were young so you never grew up to be who you are. Somebody could have always made that choice that your life was less valuable than theirs or anybody else's. And they could have took you out the game, your mom out the game, whatever. But that obviously didn't happen if you're sitting here killing people and hurting people for no reason. You need to think about that, man. And yeah, man, bad stuff happens. It happens to everybody. My life is bad. It's real bad, but I know it's not the worst. I know damn sure it's not the best. Life is just bad. But we make it bad. We've all made it bad. We've made it bad since the beginning from whatever you want to believe. If you believe we came from the Big Bang, then you're an idiot, but that's not on me to tell you how to think. This is a free world, so think what you want. But I believe we came from a section of Adam and Eve, and I say a section of Adam and Eve because I think people get wrapped up in Adam and Eve being the first humans. And they want to question like, well, how then are there all these races and how we're all related and, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. And I say sections because I think Adam and Eve was one section of a whole story. I think they took Adam and Eve and based the creation of man off Adam and Eve. But I think Adam and Eve were maybe the white people in the story. I don't know that for sure. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? The Adam and Eve were maybe the white people. But there was an Adam and Eve who were black. There were an Adam and Eve who were Asian. There were Adam and Eve who were all these other different nationalities and races and colors. You get what I'm saying? Like, and we were all put, you know what I'm saying, wherever we went. You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably all failed the test. That's my understanding of how things went. The only way it makes any sense is that he couldn't have made us from his image if we're all different. He had to have made us all different. You know what I'm saying? We're all different for a reason. And it's because Adam and Eve were the story of one man and one woman. And it told the story of all of us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was the Mexican version of Adam and Eve that the Bible is about. Maybe it's the white, maybe it's the black. But in generality, it's about all of us. We not take it and decipher it like, well, how does that make sense? Because, you know, if Adam and Eve were the only man and woman, what race were they? Because, you know, there's so many races and they were the first ones and everybody came from them, you know, it's really not adding up. You know what I'm saying? How did white Eve and white Adam create, you know, Mexican, Chinese, and all these different race babies, you know what I'm saying, out of their own gene pool, which was full of white people? I just don't understand. It isn't like that. It's a general... Adam and Eve is a story of the first man and woman, but it's a general story. It was more than one Adam and Eve. We were all different races and colors, nationalities, whatever. And we all did the exact same thing. We let the snake come up and tempt us into eating the fruit, and we screwed all our lives. And now, 2020 years later, here we all are. You look around and you can say thank you for the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because the knowledge of good and evil has not done us any real good. It's actually made evil even stronger. If you really think that without the knowledge of good and evil, we would be where we are now, you're quite dumb. We didn't have good. You say, well, what kind of God would keep this from us? The kind of God that was obviously protecting us from our own stupidity, because clearly we can't run the country. We can't even run this planet. This planet is screwed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't run ourselves as people. We make the wrong decisions all the time. But imagine if we didn't know what the wrong decision was. Can you imagine that? I don't think people ever imagine that when they think about this. And you imagine being on a world where you don't know what the wrong decision is. So you can't make the wrong decision. People can't murder people because they've never had the idea of what murdering people could do. People don't rob people because they share everything, because they don't have the idea of being greedy and wanting to take yours because you look like you won't be able to fight for it or hand, you know what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about how much better our world would be if we had just not ate the fruit. If we'd have just been like, bitch, get that shit out of here. You didn't hear what the big man said? He said, don't eat the fruit. What the hell's wrong with you? You listening to a snake? He don't even got legs. I don't understand what are you listening to? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we'd have just said something about those lines, we would have been so much better off. At some point, I believe that somebody probably would have got tempted in eating the fruit anyways, probably. You know? God put the fruit there because we have to be strong enough to not take the fruit. We take the fruit every single day. It's not even just like that, like, oh man, 2,000 years ago though, why now? Because every day we eat the fruit and we decide to, it's the fruit, good and evil. We eat the evil fruit most of the time. Not all of us. I try not to. I try to eat the good fruit every day. I try to be a good person. I try not to hurt people. I try not to cause pain. I try to help people. I try to be nice. I try to be courteous. I try to care about my fellow man and woman. Like, I try to just be a good person, because you have to realize that we make the choice every single day. You wonder why babies get killed. You wonder why people get slaughtered. You wonder why kids bring guns to school, and why people are murdering people, shooting up everybody, and why black people are getting fucking picked off like it's Groundhog Day. You know, okay, that didn't make sense. Why people are getting picked off like it's whack-a-mole is what I meant to say. I don't know what I said Groundhog Day for. Sorry. Anyways, it's because of the world we're in. It's because of the choices that we made. It's because of the choices our ancestors made. It's because of the choices that we make on a constant daily basis. We make the world not get any better. If every day, instead of choosing to hurt people and bring people down, we decide to help people and bring people up, the world would change. The world don't change because people don't make the choice. They decide that they'd rather sell drugs. They'd rather hurt people. They'd rather lie. They'd rather cheat. They'd rather steal, kill, do whatever it takes to get money. Do whatever you want to do. YOLO. YOLO's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You only live once. You should make it count. Not just do a bunch of dumb random shit. But that's just me. And I'm just one person. I can't change the world. But I'm telling y'all this, man. Something has got to change. I know y'all can't see me. I don't want y'all to see me. Y'all don't need to know what I look like to know that my message is real. My message is for the people. Y'all have got to change. That's the only way that's the only way this world's gonna get better, man. Everybody's gonna probably bring kids into this world. You want your kids living the way you live? If you do, then I don't know what's wrong with you. You want your kids growing up in this world where you can't even trust that they're gonna go to school and not have to worry about somebody bringing a gun to school, where kids are having to take drills to worry about shooters. That's not the kind of world that I wanted to bring my kids into. I love my kids to death, but I think I would have thought differently if I'd have known how the world was going to be. I'm afraid for them to grow up and bring kids of their own into the world. We're screwed up now. And if we don't change, it's only going to get worse, people. We got to stop living under the glass dome. And we got to start wondering what the hell is going on outside that dome that we don't know. We're being fed a lot of nonsense. We're believing a lot of nonsense. We think a lot of nonsense, and it's because we're told a lot of nonsense. But there's people out there who know the real truth about what's going on, and they're hiding it from us. You have to find your own truth. The truth is out there. The one thing that they screwed up with bringing all this technology and Google and all that stuff into the world is that a lot of people can get a lot of things onto the internet. And even though they control most of what you see and what you can look up and stuff, you can still find a lot of crap. They put a lot of bullshit on there so that you probably won't ever find the truth. You'll find a bitch with a dick quicker than you'll find the truth about what's going on with the world. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth of the matter, man. Shit's weird, but it is what it is, man. They put a lot of shit out here to distract you, to keep you from knowing what's really happening, what they're really doing with us. We're really all we're rats running around this cage, this laboratory you call Earth. That's all it is. We're being controlled. We got to get it together, man. We got to get together as people. We got to start loving each other, man. I don't know you, but I love you. If you're out there struggling, man, I'm sorry, man. Find a way to get in contact with me. If I can help you, I can. I will. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be able to help each other, to love each other. You know what I'm saying? To not take advantage of each other. If you need help, you need help. It's not okay. It's not okay to sit there and suffer if you need help. There's people out there who will help you. But I can understand why you would, because it's hard to trust anybody. It really is. It's hard to trust people. So you might rather sit there in silence because you're just scared that you'll get took advantage of and get took for even more shit that you don't have. But it is what it is. You have got to do your own thing, but you have got to learn and grow up and realize that you can't hurt people and take from people and just do all that stuff. All that stuff has consequences. It may not pop up as soon as you do it, but it's all got consequences, man. Dirty money all has consequences. Anything you do dirty to rise, to power, fame, and glory, it all has consequences. Sometimes you gotta think if them consequences are worth it. I told you, you gotta look past your own action. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't look past what they're going to do and what they're going to do means to them. But you have to think about what could happen with all you. I always think about all my choices. Yeah, I get mad and I do dumb shit, but I don't do enough dumb stuff that I don't know what my choices are. I'm sitting in this car because I know I have very few choices. My choices is to go up here and make up with my girl because that's what I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? I was just too angry at the time to realize that I was just angry for nothing. But that's a part of growth. It's what happens when you just let yourself reflect on what you're mad about. That's what people would do, man. You get mad. You get disrespected or something like that, man. You just reflect. Okay. I'm mad as fuck. I want to go punch on this nigga. I really want to go up the strap on this nigga. That's what I really want to do. But if I kill him, what's going to happen then? There's a chance I'm going to never be able to live the life that I want to live. There's a chance that I'm never going to be a free man again. There's a chance that I might not even live much longer. You got to know your choices, man. And you got to know that killing him is not worth it. It's not up to you to take people off this earth. He has a family and people who love him, just like you have a family, people who love you, who are going to cry when you're dead, just like he's had people who are going to cry when he's dead. It's not fair to him. It's like it's not fair to you if somebody takes your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about that, people. We're here for each other, man. We're here to support each other. We're here to love each other. We're here to build each other up. We're not here to hurt each other. That's not what we're here for. If you're out there and you're hurting people, man, it's not too late to change. If you're selling drugs hurts people. You can decipher it any way you want to, but it hurts people, man. People sell themselves. They sell their kids. They sell their families. They sell their possessions. They sell everything they have for drugs. If you're okay with that, then you're messed up in the head. And you're what's wrong with this world. I have no problem saying that. You should have trouble sleeping if you think that you sell drugs. If you've seen Somebody give the money that they're supposed to feed their kids with, their family with, to you for drugs. If you know that their kids aren't going to eat, you should have a problem with that. I don't want to bring up cliches, but man, it's that snowfall shit, man. Franklin never knew. He never had a thought. He seen the money. He never really understood. He didn't look at the big picture of what this shit was going to do to his people until it was Melody on that shit. Until it was Homeboys on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he started to look around and realize his community had turned into a whole bunch of people on that shit. And he realized that he might have made a mistake, man, and it almost cost him his life. Yeah, it's fiction, but it's also real life. I'm sure that shit happened to somebody. Happens to people. You got to think about your choices, man. You got to think about what you do to better yourself will do to other people, man. You got to better yourself positively. People are going to look up to somebody getting money. Either, no matter what it is, negatively or positively, they're either going to envy you and want your shit, and they're going to look at how you took your shit and take it from you, or they're going to admire you and then want to be like you and start doing it and bring it up in the game like you. We don't need more drug dealers, bruh. We don't need more people willing to kill people, man. We don't need more people willing to be thugs. We need more black doctors. We need more black policemen. We need more black firefighters. We need more black librarians and scholars and people. We need more black people doing regular people things, man. We don't need more rappers. We don't need more drug dealers. We don't need more gangbangers. We don't need that shit at all. That shit ain't nothing but bringing you down, bro. Nobody cares about your color. The only color that matters is our skin, bro. You are killing your own people for a color on a fucking bandana or a color. If your ass go blind, you can't even see colors. But you know what you still gonna know? You gonna know that a white person is a white person and a black person is a black person. That's the only colors that matter, is skin color. And let me be honest with you when I say that, because skin color really don't matter. It matters in the world we live in, but on an all honest plane, we're all the same fucking people. I may be black. I may have been through black things, but that does not mean anything. I am the same as a white person who's been through white things. You know why? Because he's got bones under his skin like I got bones under my skin. He's got a skull in his fucking head like I got a skull in my head. Or a brain in my skull, whatever you want to say. You get what I'm saying. His heart beats to push blood through his veins, same way mine does. That's it for me. It's been 42 minutes. I've talked your ear off. I've calmed down. I'm not even angry anymore. I'm going to go in here and try to kiss my girl's ass and unpack my shit and not feel stupid about the whole situation. I'm going to be sitting there trying to unpack my shit all nonchalantly. Yeah, I just came in here to get these pants, but they at the bottom of the bag, so I'm about to take all this shit out. I'm mad about it. Now I get to the bottom of the bag. Damn, I ain't even find what I was looking for. Now I'm going to have to unpack the rest of my shit. Yeah, I'm slick, but I'm not, though. Yeah, man. But, I'm your boy Teasy, man. I'm going to try to make a couple more videos. I want to get myself out there. You know what I'm saying? It's time that I took this knowledge and tried to give it to the world, man, because I think that's what God wants me to do. Sitting around knowing the stuff and discussing the stuff with myself, but not spreading it with people is not what is not helping us. You know what I'm saying? People need to hear these words. They need to hear words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? All rap is about getting money. Bitches getting money, dudes getting money, however you got to do to get money. You know what I'm saying? You need to hear words besides that, because that's not what the world is about. It's not about money. Ain't no money in heaven. Ain't no money in hell. And even if you think you're not going to one of those places, ain't no money wherever you think you're going to go. We're going to come back as new people. You're an idiot. No, we're not. We're one soul. We're not 20 different souls. That doesn't even make sense. Like, people stop being willing to believe in anything. They feed you all this stuff that you could believe in because they want you to believe in anything. It's hard to find the truth if you got to look through a whole bunch of other stuff that's more appeasing to the eye. The truth is real. It's out there. And it may not be what you want to hear. So yeah, it may sound better that we're going to die and come back and live another life. So what's it matter? But in all honesty, you sound like a kid who believes in fairy tales. And you're going to say, well, you believe in a guy upstairs in the sky, but made us all. That's a fairy tale. But it's really not, though. No one said he's a guy. He's a being. A being can be, it doesn't even mean, we don't even know God has a body. Jesus was a male. That we know for sure. But God, we don't know what God is. God made man and female. He made man first. So maybe God was a female. You ever thought about that? Maybe God made man first because he wanted to see what a man would look like. He already knew that she had female problems. I'm sorry. She had female problems and she wanted to see what a guy would look like. And then she was like, okay, well, I can't be having these dudes down here by themselves because they're kind of stupid. So we got to make a woman. We got to make some me's around this mother. Or maybe God was a dude and he made dudes and he was like, we got to get y'all some pussy. We can't be having y'all niggas having babies. So we got to have somebody make these babies. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just trying to make a little point about the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even really matter what the story is, what God is. Male, female, both. Who cares? Who knows? What does it matter? The fact of the matter is, y'all got to start living your lives for God. I don't know about all these other religions. In my mind, I think that they fed y'all a bunch of crap. But also in my mind, other religions come from other versions of Adam and Eve. So maybe there is some truth to what other people think. But I also think, like our churches, they get screwed up by the people. I don't think Allah wants people to blow themselves up and other people to get 30 virgins in heaven. I don't think that's what he wants people to do. But people take their own out of what people read, you know what I'm saying? And every race, culture has their own journey with God. Their own understanding of God, their own all of that with God. It was the same God, but it came to them in different ways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. All I know is that we all need to be better. That's all it comes down to. War, I don't care if you're in England or China, Iraq, Iran, North Korea. We all need to treat each other better. I don't have no problem with North Korea. I don't want to butcher the man's name, so I ain't going to say it. But the guy who controls North Korea, I don't have a problem with that dude. He ain't never did nothing to me. He never did nothing to anybody over here. But if he would stop doing stuff to his own people and other people, then it would be fine. But that's something he needs to look into himself about the way he treats his fellow person. I don't have no problem with the Iraqis, but they need to treat each other better too, man. They need to treat us better. They don't like us and we don't like them for some reason that doesn't really make any sense. We're all people. Y'all have a worse life than a lot of us, then that's true. We take a lot of stuff for granted. That's not a reason to hate us. Why don't you come enjoy our culture? You know what I'm saying? And braid some of your culture into our culture so that it can stronger both cultures. Instead, we try to push our culture on the people and people try to push it's just not working, people. Clearly. If you got to kill another person to push your agenda, it's not working. Your agenda's failing. Because that's a person that you could have made a pact with. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I got off topic. I was going to give it up, but I got to talking about stuff and 6 minutes done went by. But I'm really getting off. Your boy Teasy. Thanks for listening. I hope I touched some ears out there. I don't know how many likes and views this is going to get. Probably not a lot. But if it gets one person, I hope I touch that one person and you get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Do something with yourself, man. Especially if you're not doing nothing with yourself, man, do something with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be a black person. I'm talking to you, a white person, Chinese person, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Do something with yourself. Help people. Help yourself. Help make this world a better place. And when you die and your legacy is brought up, they're going to say, well, he started off rough, but then you really made this world a better place. Your boy T signing off.